So you know, Jacina Love, we about to pull up on Bella Dose. Let's be clear, they're from Miami. They out here in New York City. So I'm going from Brooklyn to Manhattan to pick them up. I'm gonna take a little tour around the city and get real cute and talk to them. But y'all already know what it is. The pull up. This is 50, sponsored by Lavish Lift. We here.
Dale con ganas pasito a pasito, bien rapidito y suave así. Dale pa'l piso, dale pa'l piso. Taxi, taxi, bebese like a taxi. La pasamos rico como estamos en el backseat. Fácil, fácil, diseño que está fácil. Dale paladito, baby, dale paladito. Dale paladito, dale paladito, dale paladito.
So I'm here with the world's first Latin female group. Female.
Bilingual.
Latin baby, Latin bilingual. We gotta get that right.
First Latin bilingual girl group.
There you go.
Bella Dose.
She pulled up on us.
Oh yeah. You guys meeting? I need to know the story.
Yes.
All from Miami. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell me.
Tell me.
So it actually started almost like 3.5 years ago when Vicky Curiel, she had the idea to formulate the girl group. She's the one that does literally everything for us.
Genius.
Everything.
Yeah.
Genius.
She's in here.
She don't want to be a camera.
She's hiding, but she's here and she's
Yes.
amazing.
So she actually took a road trip across the US. She went to Miami where we were all at the auditions. She went to Orlando, New York. She held auditions in Los Angeles. And yeah, so she found us all in Miami.
That's crazy. She went all over and found them all in Miami.
Literally. Yeah, it wasn't like one from here, one from here, all of us from Miami. So then from there she flew us out to LA and we went through a whole training program because she wanted us to be very well-rounded artists and just know like music theory, the history, the industry, you know, everything that comes with it. So we took like music theory classes, guitar, piano. We learned how to engineer our own sessions and we all write our own music together. Yeah. So from there, we even moved into a house with 6 rooms, right? And we all stayed in one with 2 bunk beds. To build, by choice, to build like that connection because we know how important it is to, that's like the foundation of a girl group, the relationship. So we wanted to.
And there's no space, so when the morning's mad, we're in the room all together. So
Exactly.
You know?
That's right.
Good.
We said we're gonna be like this in the tour bus. We're starting right now.
That's right.
for
That's
sure.
right.
Yes, and it's brought us so close. Even when I met them, it was weird. I feel like I already knew them. It was
we were
like
already like
soulmates. It was so weird. But yeah, I feel like they've been my sisters since forever, and it's just been amazing. Everything,
Incredible.
the whole ride, however more to continue.
And-
It's just amazing.
And it's crazy because at first I wasn't in the group, so I was just writing the music for the girls, and I was just filling in as a 4th girl. But the girls were like, Brianna, like, can you just be in the group? Like, we want you. And like, I think even for me, that gave me such like a great feeling because it's like, you know, they wanted me to be in it. You know what I mean? So, and they're like, no one
And
else
how
fits.
unselfish is that?
Literally.
Yes.
Like, dude, you're working with
No.
us.
Yeah.
Like, no, let's get you in.
We were looking for another girl, but we were like, if Bree's already playing the 4th girl, why are we looking for
And
somebody
we built
else?
a connection
It
with
made
her
no
too.
sense.
It's just because
Yeah.
I was so much younger than them, you know what I mean, at first. So it was just not something that I even thought about it either. And I was just like, but then it's just like, even though at the time I was 14, turning 15, the girls were like, you know, like, you may be young, but like, we all match. Like, you don't have to think like, just because we're older doesn't mean like you don't fit. Like, you are exactly what we want. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll be.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the story.
Understand? Like, we go on drives, listen to
I was just
music.
gonna ask,
That's
like,
like,
what do you do
that's
to
our-
stay in that mentality?
That's our
That
free
has to
time.
be
That's-
a ritual.
oh,
That's our
That is our
go-to.
ritual. Like, we literally in DR, we live in this like really big community, and the thing is like we don't really like driving outside of DR because DR is scary
to drive in.
So we're like, no, we're gonna stay in the neighborhood. So our security guards see us about 7 times around the same street, and they're just like, and that's just like, that's how we just literally, that's how we connect, and that's how we have our time, our girl talks, when we feel, you know. That's when we get out of our own comfort zone and just realize we are best friends.
And
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
laugh.
talk, laugh,
Everything.
About everything. And although we do know so much about each other, like we're still learning stuff about each other every single day. And that's the beauty of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yesterday I think Bree just learned that
Thais
went
went skiing.
skiing.
I didn't even know that. I did not know that.
She's like, wait, how did I not know this about you?
I'm like, I don't know.
Wow, wait a minute. So you ski?
No, I went skiing once and I almost broke my leg.
So, but I didn't know
Probably
this.
not doing it
I
again.
didn't know this.
Yeah.
3 years and I never knew this.
almost 4.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's absolutely adorable. Oh my God, the energy's so real, and I think that's so important.
Thank you.
Come Mr. Hot Shot, show me that blah blah. I hear you speak, pero nada. Como se mata, don't need no sweet talk. She's such a fit, caminana.
Yeah.
Her name is Bella for Bella.
Like Bella does.
She's our baby.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a poodle and
She's a mix because the thing is,
Poodles last long.
yeah.
they
Well, she
do.
was a stray actually, and she showed up in the front of her house. So funny story. At first, for like I think about 2 weeks, we were begging to get a dog. We were begging Vicky to let us get a dog.
Mhm.
We made a slideshow and everything.
Yeah, we did a PowerPoint
We
presentation
did everything.
on why we should have a dog.
And
like,
we were just
reasons
we
why.
want a dog so badly, so we call her Bella, like she could be our group dog, our mascot. And they're like, no. And we're like, okay,
I
fine.
know.
2 days later, there's a puppy that shows up in our front of our house, and she's like a stray, and she's like the sweetest dog ever. And we're like, we're keeping her. There's no way we're keeping her. So we kept her. And
They
she's
said
been
no
with
at
us.
first, but
Oh,
then we
yeah.
showered
We
her.
asked
The
I
fans.
can't say about love her
We like
more
cut
than
her
us.
hair, and we asked the fans too, because we had started, so we had like a little fan base.
her?
And we're like, should we keep her? And everyone's like, yes. So we're like, we have to. The fans are saying it. We have to.
You
We're
have the
like-
choice of
And we
blame
have
it on
to.
the fans.
You can't say no now.
Yep.
Yeah. It was meant to be.
She's so
for
cute.
Sure. It was definitely
She
meant to be.
was,
And she's the
about
sweetest. She
sweetest
behaves so
dog
good.
ever. Yeah. So now she's with us for 3 years, and she loves
She's
us.
been with us since like the beginning. when we
Yeah.
started
Who she
dogging.
loves more?
It's funny,
Depends.
okay.
It depends, because
Because every
whoever's
day,
yeah.
yeah, we have a week. Each girl has a day. Yeah, we each have a day that we take care of her. And so she knows whose day it is. So she goes to that person the whole day. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really
she'll be like, if it's my day, she'll sleep with me and she like stays with me the whole day, walks around with me. And then if it's Thais' day, she stays with Thais.
Right, like
It's
she's
just so-
already used to the routine, so she knows.
She literally knows her rotation.
Like
She
whose
already
day?
knows whose day it is. Like
She'll
no,
follow you
that's
all
so
day. Like if
special.
it's Melanie's day, she'll follow her to the kitchen, to the bathroom. Even though we're all four together, she'll follow just Melanie that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
One by one, one by one, one by one by one. Un dolor el que no desvanece. One by one, one by one. Esa luna llena me cuenta las historias del destino, brillando con la luz del enemigo, cantando cada noche para mí. Respondo. Solecito mío.
So your love for music, where did it start for you ladies, individually?
Well, for me, my love for music came from my family because I don't know if you know, but my sister and my brother are also artists, and my parents grew up in music.
Name drop, name
And
drop.
my sister's Jenny Lay, my brother's Brandon Bills. You know what I'm saying? So it just like it was just a family thing. We all loved music and we all loved doing it, and we just all knew it was kind of for us.
And your mom, I've heard
Yeah.
that story
My
so
mom
much,
was
and
in
she's
MTV, she was in
awesome.
everything you can imagine. She was like, she was really big in the music, and she just loved, and she didn't, you know. Also, too, she never forced it on us. You know what I mean? Like, it was just simply that we all loved doing it. Like, it was something that we all just grew up loving. Like, I knew my first song I wrote was when I was 6. So it's like, you know, like, it was just kind of made for, like, music was made for me. I love it.
So special.
For me, I don't really have anyone in my family that sings, so I'm like, where did I get this from? Because my dad definitely can't sing. My mom definitely doesn't sing. But I just I think I just grabbed inspiration from artists like Selena and Michael Jackson, and just really saw like them on stage and them performing, and I just fell in love with it from the start. So I've always definitely loved music and singing and dancing and the arts.
I love it.
For me, my mom always played music around the house, and as a little girl, she always did songwriting for fun. So she would show me her songs, play me music, and really, I ended up falling in love with it because I would watch J-Lo and Britney Spears tour videos. I really just stand in front of the TV, wearing little shirts. I would put socks in my shirts so I could pretend. It was funny, but yeah, I just would always copy their dance moves and sing along with them. So I really just fell in love.
It's so funny. I used to put towels on my head and then put like a ribbon around this area and be like, oh, my hair is so long.
And the thing where you tie the shirt.
That's so funny.
How about you, baby?
Well, for me, I didn't know this till recently, but because my brother used to record me all the time. So looking back at the videos, I would be like, "What's that song I'm singing?" So I would, in my head, like as a little girl, randomly sing just melodies, and like it was funny because I was like 5, 4, but I would make a song, but I didn't know I was doing it. It was just like, you know, little girls do like crazy things, but I'd always be like singing random melodies and songs and dancing. So I feel like it was something that was always there that I never knew was there. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And then my brother is very like musically inclined. He plays 6, 7 instruments. He used to play the oldies like the Beatles, Billy Joel, Buddy Holly, all at home. So I grew up listening to that music, and just I like grasped, I feel like, a little bit of all of that like music history. Then I got really into like Beyonce. I'm Beyonce fan, Destiny's Child. I used to love, and Selena. I had the CD. I would listen and dance to Selena all day throughout the house. So it was something I used to do that I used to think was just like, oh, like a little girl having fun. But I never knew till I grew older, like this is like what I actually want to do, and like the love and passion that I have for music is a real thing, you know, that I always had since I was little. Just never knew it was there.
And where did the idea of a cappella come from? Because like we don't get that anymore. We don't hear the natural voices. We don't hear, I mean, granted, there's so much technology right now that makes everything sound so good, and all that stuff is great. But for you guys to be able to harmonize the way technology makes people sound, harmonizing, that's on another level. So where did that come from?
It's funny because actually, I just remember for me at least, the first time we decided we were gonna be a girl group, like it was official, we didn't know anything. We didn't know nothing about harmonizing. Nothing. Period. And so one time, I don't know if you know her, but Victoria Monet.
Yes.
She came over
She's
to her house.
so fire.
And
Yeah,
she was
she's
actually
fire.
in a girl group a long time ago because I grew up with her. So she was talking to me about girl groups, and she's like, "Brianna, you're gonna be in a girl group?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "All right, well, you guys know how to harmonize?" And we're like, "No."
She's like,
First of all, that's the first step about being like, if you want to be a solid girl group, she's like, I want you guys next time I see you to be able to harmonize just as good as like, and she's like, I want you guys to be able to harmonize. And so I think that's when I was like, okay, we need to learn how to do this. So we just started learning ourselves, like figuring it out and like learning acapellas and like picking songs that we liked and just like singing along and seeing what harmonies work.
And then Vicky actually was like, you guys should make this like a weekly thing. Like you guys should really call it like, I don't know, something. And then we were all like, wait, what about like Acapella Wednesdays?
Supposed to every
She's
Wednesday.
like, yeah, like that's dope. Like you guys should really hone in on that idea so people can know you sing, you know, like
That's what I feel. I'm not even gonna look at the camera because it's gonna be blowing everywhere.
So yeah, that was basically where the idea was born, and we just kept practicing and getting better and better.
And I think Acapella Wednesdays like helped us so much because it was about a year and a half of us doing it every Wednesday.
It was like an assignment. You know, we have to do every Wednesday.
So
And we
it just
learned.
really helped us. Yeah.
That's so crazy. And then talking about that Wednesday and keeping up, your TikTok game is insane, right?
Oh my God.
So now can we talk about TikTok, social media in general, and how it has helped artists like you guys?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that experience.
Yeah, TikTok has definitely helped us tremendously. When we started doing TikToks, we wanted like our fans to know that we're singers as well. So we continued kind of the acapella posting every week. We post a little bit of everything, like our acapellas, us dancing, trends, and it's just
do it all.
Thank you. It's definitely helped us a lot because we have a song that just came out, Si Me Llamas. So we started a little trend to it. And it has how many videos?
23,000 videos.
And that's incredible that people are just using our sound and that we started that trend on TikTok. Like that's always been like something that we wanted to do, like get our music out there, reach out to different people, you know, and TikTok has helped us reach different audiences and
For
stuff.
sure.
Okay, so the last time I seen you guys, it was with Suelta.
Yes.
And now you have
EP.
well, a whole EP. That's absolutely amazing. So I want to hear the growth process, what it took writing that, and now where we at now.
Honestly, watching the growth from when we put out our EP to right now is incredible, and it really, like, all of the hard work that we put into our EP before we released it, it's crazy because we took, like, honestly, like a year and a half to do everything.
Takes time.
For sure, it does. It
You know,
really
there's
does.
no rush.
Definitely, and we wanted to definitely perfect all of the mixes, all of the masters, because we're super perfectionists. I think for one of the songs we had like 8 different versions, and we were like, oh my gosh, like
so annoying.
yeah, they were getting so, but we were like, we have to get this perfect. Like it has to be amazing, especially since it's our first EP.
That's right.
And we wanted to make sure that it was perfect, and it's a piece of our heart for sure, because every single song has a personal experience from all of us. So we wanted to make sure that we were sharing that with our fans, and it's very personal to our hearts. We wanted our fans to relate to it. We wanted them to listen to it. And we're just so happy that the reaction that we've received so far is nothing but positive.
Yeah.
Because we're so happy that we were able to put it out and share it with our fans finally.
Oh, bless
so,
you.
bless you.
So anything different this time around that you guys didn't know about when you first started? You know, when you put this out and
Yeah. For me, I didn't understand the power of social media. I think I always underestimated it in a way because, like, the thing is, I love social media, but also kind of don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I really like to be connected to the people around me, and I really like to be present in the moment. And sometimes I feel like social media takes away that feeling because you want to do a story, you want to take a picture, you want to do this and that, and it really takes away from the moment. But if you really think about it, it's a way that people connect from across the world, and like it's a really great way to promote our music. And like we didn't even understand that getting simply 9,000 videos could get you on TikTok, could get you 200K streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
Crazy how it translates.
Literally, we were growing and growing, and now we're at 23,000. We're almost at 500,000 on
Half a
only
million
social
On
media
streams.
outlets.
And more than
then
500,000
total-
views.
And total, the album Suelta has literally 1 million streaming.
A million.
So it's so crazy for us. Like, we've never experienced this before, so it's a very big milestone for us.
Definitely.
So I think I underestimated social media. I was like, oh, so this is what it means to go
when
viral.
it's for the right reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a time to disconnect. There's a time and place for everything, right? And it's true. I've even found myself, like, recently I went through something really deep and I disconnected, totally disconnected. I just couldn't be about it. And it felt so good. You know, you worry too that you say, oh my God, I'm not posting every day, or the consistency is key. But it also gotta be worth it. It also gotta be consistency that's like what we say, Rome wasn't built overnight, right?
Yeah.
You know, so even if you're posting every day, sometimes it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to have
That day for yourself.
yeah, seriously, like your dog. It takes every day with somebody different. So cute.
Contigo yo no cuento y no quiero saber de ti. Tú me llamas en la noche cuando ella no lo coge y mañana lo esconde. Ah, se lo mando a tu novia y le cuento una historia. Lágate, lágate, te, 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 te. Lágate, te, lágate, lágate, te.
Now you know we're here with This Is 50. Y'all know 50 Cent.
Yes.
So I want each of you to tell a little piece on what do you feel 50 Cent is, or how has his come up, his whole, I mean, because, okay, you do sing, but it's music, it's the industry, it's the hustle.
Yeah.
So what from his hustle have each of you maybe taken or has inspired you, or you said, oh my God, yo, 50 is crazy?
I think I feel like he is such a pioneer for like a lot of songs and artists today. I mean, like Pop Smoke was in love with him, like, and I feel like he's someone that is just like inspires a lot of people around him. You know what I mean? Like, he's a very talented person. Like, he's a hustler in every other way too. You know what I mean? Like, he does a lot of different things in the industry, and I think like he's a hustler, and I like really respect him for that.
He definitely helped shape the music industry.
Oh
yeah,
sure.
sure.
The rap game, like he's just super inspiring. He like he built his thing from the
Yeah,
ground up.
he did.
And like
Ground
that
up.
is so
And you guys
inspiring.
non-stop.
No.
Yeah,
You don't get. I know you guys don't get much time, like TV wise and stuff. But
Yeah.
the shows, if you guys do with Power and
yeah.
Book 2 and For Life, absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Check it out. Check it out.
I actually was watching a couple episodes of Power. I think my parents are like, "You should watch it. It's good." And I'm like, I never got to it. But, you know,
It's a lot of work for
Stay
you.
home,
50
but-
understands. It's a lot of work for you.
So culture. Latina group, bilingual group.
Yes.
How important is culture to you, ladies?
Culture is so important because think about it. Apart from being Latina, we're also American girls. We were all born in the United States of America. So apart from also like all of us having Latin cultures, we're also incorporating our American culture into our music, and we're mixing that. I feel like we're learning to create a new sound for ourselves because we're trying to incorporate both, and we're trying to, you know, inject ourselves into both the Latin market and the domestic market. So it's really cool because even then, like, we are Latinas, we have different Latin cultures. Like, we all represent different countries. So it's incredible
so
that
funny.
we all learn something new about each other's cultures every single day. We have
Every
different
day.
words.
Yeah.
Even though it's Spanish, we have different words.
It's so different.
What do you call a straw?
Sorbeto.
Okay.
you
Ah.
say pitillo.
Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
And I say sorbeto.
Sorbeto.
Same thing.
What is it?
Absorbente.
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 And there's a Dominicans call it something as NDR, and I was like, oh my god, that's a perfect way to speak because they can take names and it's like it's exactly what the instrument is used for. Is exactly what like hala something or like something.
But that's so funny you say
Crazy.
that. No, it's
No.
crazy. Like all those different words. It's like it's one word, but it
No,
Yeah.
there's
So
difference
we
in
learn
my
from each
culture
other,
That's,
yeah.
In Puerto Rico, that's like a bad word, and then I know
Yes.
in another
Yes.
culture
Yes.
they use
Yes.
it for like,
Is it-
like a beret or something, and I'm like, whoa, what did you just ask me for? Like
Oh
I'm
my
asking
God.
you for a hairpin. I'm like, oh, okay. In my country, that's not what happening.
It's not a hairpin.
I completely
No,
see
yeah.
that.
So I think too, like even with that, it just shows like the different cultures of our, you know, our backgrounds and everything. And even for me, like I just moved back to DR, and so like I think living there now is really showing me like a very big different side of like being Dominican because I was born in Miami and like I was raised in my Miami family, and you know, and with that being said, it's very different from like Miami Dominicans and Dominicans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm learning new like different parts of my family, and it's just so cool. I know.
And that aspect, at that point that you just said there, what's funny about that is that it's a melting pot, right?
Yeah.
So now in DR, it's just Dominicans around each other.
Yeah.
And in Miami, it's Puerto Ricans,
Oh,
Cubans,
every-
Dominicans.
Oh yeah,
So
Miami.
you're sharing culture.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
becomes a new way
A
of
new culture
You know,
itself.
literally. It's a
Literally.
culture in itself.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Miamians.
And
For
can
real.
I
It's
say
such a
that you guys,
fusion.
you ladies remind me of La Chicas del Cari?
Oh my
Stop, that's such a
I
fun
haven't seen this happen since
Las
then.
chicas del Cari. I love their outfits. I think they're so
love
cute.
it.
So
Yes.
Oh my
So
god, their little
cute.
dances.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
So cute.
Wow,
so
that's
cute.
amazing. That's so funny because we've seen them before. We're like, oh my god, they're so cute. And then you saying this, I feel like wow, like it's so cool.
Yeah, it really is. I love it. I'm like, oh my god, I want to mention that. So I'm like, that's so awesome. Okay, now, as the first bilingual Latin female group, what are the expectations for you ladies?
a lot, I would say, for me. I mean, because there is no blueprint of what this is, what that meaning is, you know, I think it's just like you kind of have to make it your own and make it the way you want it to be perceived, if that makes sense. So, like, because from being like a Latin girl group and then also being American, like that's a mix of it's something different. Like our style, like the way it's supposed to be, it's so different. Like Spice Girls had their thing, like Destiny's Child had their thing. Like what is ours? You know what I mean? So I think we're building that and like just having to. As a kid, there was never a Latin girl group that I could look up to, and I loved Latin girl group. I mean, I loved girl groups in general. Like, I loved Spice Girls, and I loved Danny Duque. And, like, I loved them, and I just wanted to be them Pussycat Dolls. And it's just, like, now it's so cool that little girls will look at us and be like, oh, my gosh, she's Latina like me, you know? And it's just, like, it's cool to be that representation of Latinas.
Yes, right. Yeah,
For
it
sure.
really is. And you guys are such a bomb representation.
Thank you so
From
much.
Latina to Latinas.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Totally.
so much.
Okay, that's a wrap. Now we'll do the drops when we get over there, and that's it. You ladies were amazing.
Thank you so much for having us. It was
And
fun.
it was in a rush, but at the same time, we had a good
Oh,
time.
we had
No,
a
it
good
was
time.
great.
We definitely
Yeah.
had a good time. It was fun.
Mi niña tiene sueño, bendito sea, bendito sea. Nanita, nanita, hey, nanita, hey, mi niña tiene sueño, bendito sea, bendito sea. Fuentecita que corre, clara y sonora, ruiseñor que en la selva cantando llora, calla mientras la cuna se balancea. Nanita, nanita, ella.
Beautiful.